In this video, we're going to talk about the Mamen SML-V02 video light with built-in microphone. In fact, I'm using it right now. Let's get into it. My name is Patrick and this is Everyday Tech for everyday people. Today we're talking about a very interesting product. It's a video light with a built-in microphone. This is by a company called Mamen. I actually did a review on their dual channel wireless microphone before. I actually bought that one with my own money, but they actually did send this one to me for free. Now they wanted me to review this product, but they're not reviewing this video before it goes up. Now let me tell you a little bit about the environment I'm in. I'm in a very kind of low, very dark room here. There's a window out there, but it's 3 p.m. in the afternoon and a very cloudy day here on the East Coast. And so there's no other lights that are on in this room. I'm filming with my Sony a6400. It's set to auto ISO at 1/60th as far as the shutter speed is concerned. I'm filming with the Sigma 16mm f1.4 at 1.4. As far as audio is concerned, I am about 3 feet away. I have the Sony audio levels set to 11, and so this is the different environment I'm in. As far as the light is concerned, I have it set to 5600 Kelvin at 40%. So this is what you can get out of this light straight out of the camera. Before I walk through this product, let me talk about camera setups and how this product might not be the right product for you. Not because it's a bad product, but because of your own setup. So for example, I'm filming on my a6400 here, my Sony a6400. It has a flip-up screen that flips up to the top. And now, of course, the cold shoe or hot shoe where you mount usually this video light and microphone to is in the way. So this is more of a product or issue with the camera itself. So if that's an issue for you, you may need to have one of those cameras that has a flip out screen to the side and not to the top. So that's one little thing. And then as far as microphones are concerned, this is a directional microphone, but it does pick up a lot of noise in the environment. I'm filming as far as in this low lit room in a pretty quiet environment right now. And then the other thing I'll mention is if you're wearing glasses like me, you can see a lot of reflection as far as the light is concerned. And so that has nothing to do with this product itself. That's just physics. So if you don't want that reflection and you wear glasses, having a video light like this may not be the product for you. So right now you're hearing me on the Mamen SML-V02 with the Sony audio levels set to 11 on my a6400. The next audio you're going to hear is the built-in microphone for comparison, and I'm going to boost those levels up to about 17 or 18 so you can hear me. Now the audio you're hearing is from the built-in microphone on the Sony a6400. I actually had to set the audio levels up to 20 to get a decent level. I can set it up even higher so you can hear me, but this is how it sounds compared to the Mamen microphone.
So I'm going to take you through a quick run through of this light and the operations of it and kind of tell you my pros and cons and some of the quirks I found. You have the LED lights here. You have the microphone up here. You can use the microphone in a spread out, more stereo configuration, or most people would use it in a directional way like this for vlogging. The first con I'll have is how loose this became, how flimsy this is. After a few times using it, there's no way for me to tighten it. It does lock in this position more, so it's not going to fall over. Or maybe if I shake it a little harder. But I don't like how it's flimsy already. This one's still good, has a lot of resistance. But that's more of a QA issue, so that'll vary from unit to unit. Back here on the left side, we have a color chart here, a hue color chart, and that's in when we're in the color mode of this light. Now we have going through the right side here, you have the toggle switch up, down, and push. So it's like a three-way mode button here. You have this on and off button here, which I like. It's a switch instead of a push to turn on. I don't like those. Those usually break after a while. And then you have the headphone jack. You have the microphone jack for the microphone cable that you'll need to plug into your computer or camera. Now turning on the light, we're in the color mode, and this is set at this hue over here, the brightness, and the saturation. Now to switch modes, we just hold down the mode button, and it switches to what they call CCT mode. This is more of a regular white light. This is set at right now 5600 Kelvin, and we can change the Kelvin here, up and down. Okay, so one thing I don't like is, let's say I dial this in, let's say to 5200 at, let's say 50% or 55%. Now when I turn off this light and I turn it back on, it takes me back to the color mode. I have to hit this button again, and I'm back to CCT mode. Now there is shortcut buttons here. F2 is to do more of a warm light. F3 does more of a daylight at 5600 Kelvin. The warm light actually defaults to 2500, which is kind of unusual. Usually it's 2700. And it defaults it to 70%. And then when I turn off and on, it goes back to the color mode. So that's a little quirk there. Now the F4 button though allows you to, let's say I want to do, let's say 5000 Kelvin. Let's see, it's a focus at 40%. Let's say I'm in a certain lighting there. If I want to save this setting, I can hit the F4 button. It'll blink a little, and now it's saved into memory. So let's turn it off, on. Of course, it's in color mode, but I can hit F4 and it goes to that mode. So that's some of the things that you'll need to figure out there. And then if you hold it down again, we'll go into these different effects. So you can change the different effects. Sorry about the flashing, but there's a number of effects that you can do. And of course, if we turn off and on, it'll go back to the color mode. Now I can recall and go to the settings I wanted by hitting F4. Now you have F1 there, which is to mute the microphone. Now there's no microphone cable attached to it, so you don't see the icon. But as soon as we plug in this cable here, then you have the microphone icon, and you hit F1 to mute and unmute the microphone. If I take out the cable, it goes away. Now one little thing that I'll say is, if you do want to use the microphone and not the light, let's say you're outdoors, the only way to do that is really to turn the brightness down all the way to 0. If this unit is off, the microphone is off as well. So I have it at 0%, but the microphones are on. And so that's one of the things I actually use the memory button for, is F4. I want to make sure this is at 0% if I'm outdoors. So let's say I'm outdoor and I want to use this, adjust the microphone. Well, I'm going to have to turn it on, hit F4, and now I have the unit on. But that's just some little quirks. This is an inexpensive product, but it's pretty useful.
So what do I think of the Mamen SML-V02 video light with built-in microphone? This is geared towards being a vlogging kit. And as someone who doesn't do very much vlogging, this may or may not be that useful to me. I do use video lights all the time, even small ones like this. It has a hair light and it has a background light. But as a main light like this, it's not very practical to me, mainly because I use glasses, but I just really don't like the look. I rather use high ISO and a very fast lens and not do too much vlogging at nighttime, or just kind of have more natural light. This is kind of not the vibe I'm going for. But as far as the video light is concerned, it's a very solid product. The microphone, I rather use a Rode Wireless Go that's very close to me, but it does beat out the built-in microphone of the Sony a6400. So overall, it's a very solid product. You need to know if this is the right product for you. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and consider subscribing. Until the next one, see ya.